knew it was too good to be true because we actually had it. We was really in the pocket, already set up and everything. I'm really gonna need you guys to let me know if you can hear me now because the mic said it's on. Can you guys, okay, thank you so much. You guys hear me? Okay, there we go. Let's see if we can get lucky and get that same setup that we had because that was like Jesus was working with us when it came down to that last drop in. I mean, we was really set up good. We had a really good visual. Let me see. Maybe I can get it right back. Oh, he working with us today. That's why we stay prayed up. How we looking, everybody? Are we straight? I love the fact that you guys are on point. Just so you know, when I'm comfortable, we have a good show. If I'm not comfortable, I ain't going to be laughing or giggling. I'm going to be worried about what's going on. So it's really important for you guys to hold me down. Really appreciate it. And like I have no support right now when it comes down to off site. I can't see anything that's going on with myself right now. 5:57. So we still got time. It's 5:57. That's why I need all this time sometimes, y'all. You see this stupid thing? Now it doesn't want to show me myself, even though the show is live already. It's just crap that be going on to try to hinder you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try to see if maybe I can refresh it because the show has already started. What the hell are you talking about? The show, yeah, there we go. Let's get it going. I need to see myself. So it's one of those situations where you got to see yourself to perform, you know? I want to be able to perform correctly for you guys. And it's very important. That's right. So, all right, I think I feel a little more comfortable now since I see everything. This other one's not going to act right, but yes. Woo, we in the pocket, you guys. We've got audio and we got visual. You see how sometimes it takes us a little time to get started, but actually that's good because everybody can come in, everybody can say good morning, and we can make sure that we got everything straight. All right, so I think I'm ready to go. Check this audio over here. Woo, that was good timing, you guys. Thank you for everything. The support is unbelievable. Love you guys for real. This is our show, and when I say co-host, that's what I mean about it. That's exactly what I mean. I think we're really looking good right now. I'm feeling comfortable. Hope everybody's good. It's time to pray. Because if it wasn't for him, y'all know the rest. We would not be here. We wouldn't be doing what we're doing. I think we want to pray for good health and great spirits and all of our family members having a great year coming forward as well as the one that passed us. I want to pray for all of these dangerous wars and things to come to an end. I want to pray for our children to be protected. And Lord, thank you so much for how far you have gotten us, for how far you've continuously been able to keep us under your love. And we appreciate you so much. We say that in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's right. Can't get mad at me for that one. Amen. That's right, you guys. It's time to get busy. See, when you got him on your side, you can't go wrong. I want to make sure a lot of other people know that I appreciate you guys like Mark Dorfman, Sam Champion, Terry, Jeffrey, Liberty and Justice. Now, come on. Casey, Luigi. Y'all already know how we get down. Brian. All right, you know what I'm saying? Thank you guys so much for always being here and always being on point. That's right, you guys. Amen. Let's get it going. Yeah, I think I like that visual back there and everything. We got our lights up. Yeah, sometimes you got to stall a little bit, but guess what? I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Oh. And we have to wind it up, wind it up, wind it up, wind it up. Y'all see, I'm feeling good this morning. It's got to be 6 o'clock somewhere. We're going to give you one more wine. Send it through the arm like the electric boogie and... Olay. Don't play. Let's go, y'all. Y'all ready? Woo! This is gonna be a fun one. We gotta open up those pores, and we gotta turn on that light to shine up that nappy boy, and make sure that you see me right. That's right, y'all. Open up those pores. That's right. No low, no. I said she's so sweet, she wanna lick the rapper. So I let her lick the rapper. She licked me like a lollipop. La, la, la. She licked me like a lollipop. Pop, pop, pop. She licked me like a lollipop. La, la, la. She licked me like a la, la. Shorty wanna hump. Bottles in the club. Shorty wanna hump. You know I wanna touch. She love me very much. Shorty wanna hump. Bottles in the club. You know I like to touch. You know I love you much. I said, shorty man was swagging like mine. I said, man, we had like mine. I can't help it. I'm so sorry, y'all. Y'all know how we do this every morning. We gotta open it up. We gotta have fun. So if pump that beat. I don't even know what day it is. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. It's Monday the 5th, y'all. That's right, y'all. 2025. I'm your host, BOOGOTTINYC, and this is our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that. Where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. That's right, you guys. We made it. Another day. Never know what's going to happen. Hope you guys are having a fantastic 2026. This is our anniversary. It's our anniversary. Yeah, that's right, you guys. For an entire calendar year, we have been persistent and consistently coming on to YouTube, bringing you guys info, updated information, current events, trending topics, my antics, and the #1 chat family and co-host in YouTube history, you guys. That's right. Give yourselves a round of applause. Over 365 days, over 440 episodes due to the spotlight coming on 2 times and much more. We put in that work over here, you guys, and we consistently are going to do it. As you guys can see, we are crossing milestones. We're getting to the place that we need to be. Also, last but not least, we finally passed the last milestone where we've got our video and everything working correctly. We got good audio. I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for being a part of all of this, because if it wasn't for you, I would not have been able to do it. I told you, they would have already went and they got that white jacket and they would have brought it in here like, we gonna take this crazy nigga up out of here because he's talking to his phone. But with that being said, you guys, I just want you to know how much I appreciate you. This is our bottom line. Hope you guys are ready, because guess what? Let's get into these titles. Nah, I'm not going to do that one first. You know what I'm going to do. I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. And you guys, I need you to do me a favor. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Let me know what time it is. Also, let me know what state, city, or country as well, because I love to do research on you guys and find information from where you are. This way the dialogue stays consistent. The other day, they were like, wait a minute, that's from up the street. And many other people can really get into the context of what's going on when I'm able to pinpoint the conversation. So yeah, I might not be able to get it today, but tomorrow I may have something about where you're from. Telling you, that's how I get down with the research. Try to really bring you guys real good information from where you're from, as well as abroad, as well as hot topics, economics, and much, much more. Also, you guys, y'all also know what I'm going to say, right? Because now it's time for me to be quiet and let's get into these titles. Let's go, you guys. Instead of me having to flip this thing anymore, I can just leave it the way it is. I can bring videos up now and we can just work. So guess what we're talking about this morning? We're talking about unredacted. Yeah, because the internet strikes again. Guess what we found out? And I'm just gonna go there. There is a way to unredact the Epstein files. Not all of them, but certain ones of them, you guys. That's right, the internet strikes again with a new way to remove the redactions. And you guys are gonna see that right here if you haven't found out about it already. Let's keep on moving forward because now we've got Nicolas Maduro as he makes his first appearance in front of a New York City judge. Because as you guys know, they went over there and got your boy. They made it real hot up in there and they went and got him. He was talking all that trash. Come and get me. They said, okay. Oh, somebody long made a land. Woo, the red, white, and blue. Yeah, they came and got you, boy. They came and got you and brought you up out of there. And now guess what? Welcome to New York City. And if you can make it here, you'll make it. Yeah, because he in New York right now. He got to go before the DA, the New York City judges of New York. And we're going to see what happens with that because he's been on the run for, what's that, since 2020. They've been having him on the world's most wanted list for narco drug dealer. Let's get into our last topic, you guys, so we can get to work, which is a North Dakota barbershop owner has been arrested. That's right, locked up for a fatal incident. I don't want to keep on talking. It's time to get this news out. Hope you guys are ready. It's Monday morning, you guys, my favorite day of the week. Time to get busy. Let's see what's going on with the President of the United States, Donald Trump, with his full speech addressing the nation after Maduro's capture. Let's get into it, you guys. Good morning. Hope everybody's good.
And we appreciate you being here. Late last night and early today, at my direction, the United States Armed Forces conducted an extraordinary military operation in the capital of Venezuela. Overwhelming American military power, air, land, and sea, was used to launch a spectacular assault. And it was an assault like people have not seen since World War II. It was a force against a heavily fortified military fortress in the heart of Caracas to bring outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro to justice. This was one of the most stunning, effective, and powerful displays of American military might and competence in American history. And if you think about it, we've done some other good ones like the attack on Soleimani, the attack on al-Baghdadi, and the obliteration and decimation of the Iran nuclear sites just recently in an operation known as Midnight Hammer. All perfectly executed and done. No nation in the world could achieve what America achieved yesterday, or frankly, in just a short period of time. All Venezuelan military capacities were rendered powerless as the men and women of our military, working with U.S. law enforcement, successfully captured Maduro in the dead of night. It was dark. The lights of Caracas were largely turned off due to a certain expertise that we have. It was dark and it was deadly. But captured along with his wife, Celia Flores, both of whom now face American justice. Maduro and Flores have been indicted in the Southern District of New York, Jay Clayton, for their campaign of deadly narco-terrorism against the United States and its citizens. I want to thank the men and women of our military who achieved such an extraordinary success overnight.
Damn right.
with breathtaking speed, power.
Damn right. And whoever got a problem with it, like AOC and all of these people, all of a sudden they got a problem with everything that somebody's doing. Yep, I don't care what nobody say. I think that's a fantastic situation right there, because they were sending over all those D-rugs and a whole lot of narco situations. So I'm not going to go too much in detail, but how come, how about we go and see what the Venezuelans are doing instead of worrying about what the other parties are talking about and how they're trying to turn anything into a negative situation. Let's go see what the Venezuelans in the street are doing right now. Do you think that people in Venezuela are angry right now that Maduro's regime has been taken down and that they can walk the streets and don't have to worry, and they can now walk the streets and not worry about this monster anymore? Let's see what they think about it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got all these people that's talking all of this crap about what's going on. But look at the people in Venezuela. It's called, it seems like they're celebrating over there, just like us. That is in Peru and Lima, okay? And we're going to keep on moving throughout. Y'all ready? Let's go on a little tour.
Venezuela!
So he's putting that stick on his forehead for absolutely no reason right now. They're all out there screaming and yelling and jumping up and down and happy because we did something wrong. Just keep that stupidness in mind if you really want to think about what's going on and what they're trying to make it look like here. Like they're happy as hell right now. They're like little kids. They're so happy.
Al fin, señor, gracias. Gracias, mi Dios.
Oh, no, they're not happy. They just doing that for no reason. They just out there doing that for nothing.
Por fin, bendice a Dios.
I can't see nobody that's not celebrating. This dude almost did a wheelie coming off the sidewalk. Every car, every person. Look. Spain. Let's go to Madrid real quick. But AOC and them said that he shouldn't have did what he did, you guys. These is people all over the world. This is what I want you to see. Everybody else besides the other parties.
Los memes de nuestra felicidad.
Oh, they're laughing at a picture of Maduro running down the street at night in his boxer drawers. But no, they feel bad. Why did you guys come and get him? Yeah, okay, let's see what they really looking at right now. Making fun of massive memes. They probably haven't laughed like this in years collectively.
Marco.
Look, they looking at the work. Yeah, they looking at the work they put in. Yeah. Oh. Chile is mad. That's them disputing. Why did you do this, Trump? They're not happy, y'all. This is all made up. This is all fake news right here. I seen them knocking down statues, pulling it down with a rope, banging it, and when it fell, they were happy as H-E-double-L hockey sticks, y'all. Now tell me that ain't sound like a FIFA celebration. Where you driving to? You ain't going nowhere. Straight celebration. Nobody at work right now at all, but they mad. Every car. This continues throughout all, it continues. I could have kept this thing going for much longer, you guys, but I just want you guys to see the difference in between what people over here are saying just because they need some ammunition and something to try to say versus the people that are really in those countries that are like, no one else would have ever done anything like this for us. How about that? Y'all do me a favor and double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. I really want to keep on moving forward because now, he ain't stopping now. This reminds me of a friend of mine's, his song. It's called I Can't Stop. It's like, when you walk down the block and you do me, you do me. I forgot how he did that song, but that song was fire. It's called I Can't Stop. Long story short, this reminds me of that song, I Can't Stop. Because Trump is not stopping. He's like, since we did that to Venezuela, what do you think we going over there and see what's going on with Scheinbaum over in Mexico? Let's go ahead, y'all, because now they're taking a look at Mexico. Let's go over and see what's going on over here, y'all.
Kevin, thank you. Nicolas Maduro could make a...
Oh, matter of fact, no, let's see this. Nah, we already saw that. And even yesterday, we saw when he was actually inside the DA's office. So we're a lot ahead of everybody right now. Let's get on over to Mexico and stay ahead of what's going on here.
I wonder, Mr. President, I want to ask you because from your Vice President, J.D. Vance, said that the message is pretty clear. The drug trafficking must stop. So was this operation a message that you're sending to Mexico, to Claudia Sheinbaum, the president there?
Well, it wasn't meant to be, and we're very friendly with her. She's a good woman, but the cartels are running Mexico. She's not running Mexico. The cartels are running Mexico. And we could be politically correct and be nice and say, oh, yes, she is. No, she's very, she's...
And she's scared. If you guys notice something, that lady's scared. They had a dude come up, walk right up on her and grope her. What type of security detail does she have? It's crazy.
Very frightened of the cartels. They're running Mexico. And I've asked her numerous times, would you like us to take out the cartels? No, Mr. President. No, please. So we have to do something because we lost... The real number is 300,000 people, in my opinion. They like to say 100,000. 100,000 is a lot of people, but the real number is 300,000 people, and we lost it to drugs, and they come in through the southern border, mostly the southern border. Plenty come in through Canada, too, by the way, in case you don't know. But they come in through the southern border, and something's going to have to be done with Mexico.
Why did you decide to do this morning?
Are you talking about calling you people or the chat?
No, taking
because
out
I'm not sure.
Maduro.
I'm not sure which is worse. If you want to know the truth, I'm calling you. I haven't spoken to anybody else because Charlie Hurd has been a great friend of mine for a long time. He was with me when it was not fashionable, and those are the people I like. He was with me, Charlie, when it was not at all fashionable. So. That's the reason I'm doing this, and your show is great. You're doing a great job. What a good team.
But why did you make the decision to take out Maduro this morning? And what was Maduro doing when our guys came in on him?
So we were going to do this 4 days ago, but the weather was not perfect. The weather has to be perfect, and we had just the perfect weather. We had, very good. A little bit few more clouds than we thought, but it was good. We waited 4 days. We were going to do this 4 days ago.
Okay.
3 days ago, 2 days ago. And then all of a sudden it opened up and we said go. And I'll tell you, it was just amazing. And what was he doing? He was in a very highly guarded, like a fortress, actually. He was in a fortress. That we had nobody killed was amazing. I think we had nobody killed, I have to say, because couple of guys were hit, but they came back and they're supposed to be in pretty good shape. But that we had nobody killed, that we lost no aircraft, everything came back. We got it all back. One of them was hit pretty hard, but a helicopter, but we got it back. But it just was the right time to do it. We had to do it because it's a war. We're losing 300,000 people a year. We don't lose that much in a war. Okay, if you look, and we had to do it. But he was in a house that was more like a fortress than a house. It had steel doors. It had what they call a safety space, where it's solid steel all around. He didn't get that space closed. He was trying to get into it, but he got bum rushed so fast that he didn't get into that. We were prepared. We had, massive blowtorches and everything else that you need to get through that steel, but we didn't need it.
Oh boy, yeah, they was gonna get you no matter what. He tried to run like a cucaracha, la cucaracha, la 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 la. The next thing you know, he got got him. Watch your head. And of course, he took that ride that he didn't really want to take at all. A couple of plane rides, couple of put this mask on his head, put the hood over him over here. Yeah, and now they're walking him this way. Because this is how you walk a major perpetrator in front of the world to let them see that you've got this guy. Yeah, when you operating and moving them around, all of that might work. But no, when it's a major guy like that, anytime you guys see like the last people like El Chapo and his sons and all of that, most of the time they had their cuffs in the front because they were trying to send a message. We got this, Mog. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen if y'all appreciate the content that we're bringing you here. First on Our Bottom Line, like no other platform. Do me a favor, hit that notification bell down there so that you know we're on. Also, give me all the money in your pockets. I'm just messing with you because I know it's hot out here for a pimp. And I'm probably looking like one right now, and I'm not, but no. So I'm gonna let you guys keep all the money and everything that y'all need right now. But no, because I got some Bustelo in the kitchen, like I always tell you guys anyway. But I would appreciate it if we can get those likes up because it helps people know that we're over here and what we're doing. Let's get on over to New York. Yeah, I know y'all rather me do the other one, right? Okay, let's go. And if I can make it there, I'll make it. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. But the thing about that is this. Under Mamdani's reign, we're going to see how this all pans out. Because right now we got a situation where the new mayor, Mayor Mamdani, his first housing orders have came in, and we want to see what that means for tenants, New York landlords. I think you guys better beware because it's about to get worse for you guys. You already saw what he started doing in the beginning when last month he went to meet with the president. Now he's meeting with people in the buildings of New York City and Brooklyn.
Thank you for having us. Mayor Mamdani's first stop after inauguration was a rent-regulated apartment building.
And this?
Yes, it was like mold, and then the ceiling was like peeling off, and then they come and do something here, everything rusty.
Mamdani chose to hold the event here in Prospect Lefferts Garden to sign executive orders on housing. The two orders would create task forces, one to study affordable housing development on city-owned land, and one on permitting and bureaucratic hurdles that make construction costly and slow.
We will also stand up for tenants, build new housing, and get New Yorkers into housing faster.
Well, Mr. Mamdani, just so you know, when it comes down to why construction costs more, that really has nothing to do with the construction workers. That when it comes down to the materials, how about that? Let's get to materials if you're talking about Home Depot, if you're talking about going to a building supply, or if you're talking about going to a lumber yard or something like that to buy sheetrock. All of those numbers and all of those supplies have almost doubled now since we're in this situation right now with the economy. So there is only but so much that you can do to shave off. Yes, a lot of this stuff sounds good, but when it comes down to the bare nuts of what we have to pay for, even if it's a landlord, it sucks. It's very expensive to maintain a building, and then you got to pay for the overhead. Yeah, they make a little bit of profit, but when it comes down to the people that's not really paying their rent, it's not as much as you guys think it is. It's a very, very fine line, and it's probably something that they see yearly. And now with what they're trying to do, we're going to have a lot of people leaving the state. So hopefully the city starts taking over these buildings, and maybe we can get something better going on with, now we got to rely on who? Housing Preservation and Development, or the Housing Authority to make sure that everything's ran right. And you guys know how they do. Let's keep on going.
The applause from residents who belong to a group representing tenants of landlord Joel Wiener, CEO of Pinnacle Group. Pinnacle Group put this building and dozens others into bankruptcy and up for auction. New York One reached out to Pinnacle for comment. The city is a Pinnacle creditor in the bankruptcy, so Mamdani tasked his nominee to be the city's top lawyer, Steve Banks, to come up with a way to help tenants in the bankruptcy proceedings.
The city's interests are also bound up with the tenants' interests.
Mamdani also picked tenant organizer Sia Weaver to lead the revived mayor's office to protect tenants.
Wonder where she from? Y'all think she from New York? Y'all think Sia's from New York? Again, all of these implants, all of these transplants, all of these people that aren't from New York. I understand you want to change the city from where it's going in a bad place, but you got to still keep some of the roots, some of the real people that know how things move, so they can even enlighten these people and let them know what's going on. All of these Idahoans, Nebraskans, all of these people from Seattle that come to New York and say, "I'm a New Yorker." Bitch, you been here 1 year. Hell out of here. What you talking about? I told you about that one person walking up the street talking about, you know what I love about New York? You can walk anywhere and put your laptop down and you can just experience. Yeah, you better be careful when you sit down with your laptop nowadays. Folio. Oh my God, they have no idea. When it comes down to the transplants, you can almost tell who's really a New Yorker and who's not.
And I want to thank all the members of the Union of Pinnacle Tenants who came out today.
It's rot, there's old plaster, and it just really looks bad.
Melissa Hill showed.
No, it don't. Be honest with you. Let me tell you how you fix that, because this is what I do all the time. It's what you do. Ain't nothing wrong with that radiator. It's supposed to look like that. What you gonna do? That's a radiator. Clean it up a little bit, maybe. You could use a paint job. Then you come in there with let me see what's going on with this floor. Looks like some hardwood probably could bring that back. You go hit that corner right there with a thin, small spinner to get up in the corners. Then you come out and just go ahead and sand all that back, try to keep all that wood. See what you can get flat. If it's good, go ahead and put the poly on there and you're straight. Not much you can do with that. I can take a picture of my corner right there. Anybody can make a picture look bad. How about you get over there and wipe out that dust back there because it's your crib and clean up all this stuff off the back of the wall? How about that, pretty lady? Let's keep on moving forward.
New York won around her $2,100 a month 2-bedroom apartment. And you've complained about this.
I have.
What was the response?
No response. They'll have someone come in and look at it and that's it.
Yeah.
For whichever entity becomes the new owner, Hill says,
all that stuff up there, that's you. I mean, I get right there with that the plaster now. Yeah, they can do something about that, but I think this is a different apartment. Now I ain't gonna go into every apartment what to do about fixing it, but this definitely can be fixed a little bit. Probably sand that back. But again, this is an apartment building. What are you guys expecting? Like, it's not you don't live, there's people, you gotta realize one thing. This is what I really want people to understand in New York and every other state. How long do you plan to live in that apartment? Is it the run of the lease, which is a minimum of 1 year to 2 years, or do you plan to keep on renewing your lease and staying there? Because if you plan on renewing your lease and staying there, I get you worried about longevity and the way things are supposed to look. But normally you have a 1 to 2 year lease. You gotta realize, we don't own these places, we're renting them. Yes, they can look a little better, but you don't own the spot,
she expects better.
This is not my standard of living, right? And I think I pay a lot of money for rent.
Meanwhile, Mamdani also addressed an executive order that revokes all orders that Mayor Eric Adams signed after September 26, 2024. The date is purposeful. Adams was indicted.
I think there could be other complaints that are shown that are much more larger than what she's got going on, i.e. holes in ceilings where you see like the boards and stuff like that I've seen in certain buildings in the Bronx, or where you got Boeing going on and stuff like that, or like where you got stair violations that people can fall down at. Maybe the elevator's not working, especially times right now, you gotta worry about that heat and that hot water. Certain things like that should really be what they focused on right now. As far as, what do they call that, cosmetic stuff? You're only supposed to be able to get a new paint job every 2 years if you live in an apartment after 4 years. So that's how that goes. So you can call them and have them come in and do it. Then just tell them what you want to get done. If they don't do it, of course, then you got a problem. I had enough, and that's, again, you guys, that's actually what we do. We do building management as well. That's our other business for the person that was asking me what we do, but we do it the right way. We do it the right way. Let's keep on moving forward over, you guys. We got to get on over to New York. We're going to Brooklyn right now, where this med student has been charged after allegedly shoving a man into a subway train. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. This is what they're trying to get us to do. Yes, right. What's her name? Kathy Jokel Hokel. We are now officially paying $3 to ride the train every trip. That's right, you guys, and it's still Every man for himself. So don't think you're getting more security with that extra 10 cents that they tried to hold back for a little while. And I guarantee you, within the next 6 to 8 months, they're going to be reporting that they're going to raise the fare again. So we're already the #1 most expensive transit system almost in the country at $3 a fare. $3. So it's $3 to go to work and $3 to come back. So off the top, that's $6 right there. Plus you might not make it back. I got to be real with you. This is where we're living at right now. Let's look.
An update tonight on the grandfather pushed onto an oncoming subway track in the Bronx. A Brooklyn doctor now charged with attempted murder. Police say it happened in the early morning hours of New Year's Day at the 161st Street Yankee Stadium station. Andrew Ramos spoke with the victim's family.
Julio, ¿cómo estás? Julio Figueroa is still on the mend in the ICU at Lincoln Hospital.
Good morning,
His family
George.
invited us in hopes of shedding light on what they say was a cruel and senseless attack.
He doesn't really remember what happened.
Cops say it was around 3:30 a.m. New Year's Day when the 73-year-old was approached by a complete stranger who shoved him into a southbound 4 train that had just entered the station at the 161st and Yankee Stadium stop. Police say Figueroa bounced off the moving train and hit the platform, sustaining head injuries.
Yeah, he has stitches in the back of his head.
His niece, Venus Falou, who did not want to show her face on camera, told CBS News New York that Figueroa was on his way home from a night at Empire City Casino in Yonkers.
It's crazy that this could happen to a person who normally goes out, doesn't bother anybody.
While Figueroa, a grandfather to
70-something years old. Look at this, y'all. Push this man into a moving train. You see this? But yeah, Kathy Joku want her dough. She want that $3 for the train or $9 if you want to take your car in and you have a easy pass, if you have an easy pass. If you don't have an easy pass, it's $14 to go past 59th Street to go to 60th Street. That's just like dudes are out there with the, like, pay it up. Because guess it's not them, it's the police out there enforcing it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
17 children remains hospitalized in stable condition. A 29-year-old medical student identified as Anton Alishin has been charged in the unprovoked attack. According to prosecutors, Alishin lives in Brooklyn and is part of a residency program at Brookdale University Hospital. The motive behind the attack remains unclear.
To me, it had to be either he was drunk or having a bad day, but that's no excuse to hurt anybody.
Alishin faces a number of charges, including attempted murder, assault, reckless endangerment, and harassment. A spokesperson for One Brooklyn Health System, which represents Brookdale, declined to comment on the case. His attorney is affiliated with the nonprofit organization Legal Aid. They also had no comment. As loved ones pray for a speedy recovery, they still have a lot of questions. Does the family have a message for this guy?
Why he did this made no sense. He's young.
Now, Alishin, who pleaded not guilty to the charges, was ordered held without bail. He's back in court on January 6th.
Yeah, being a med student, I think you're supposed to care about people's health, their well-being, like, what's going on with you, bro? You had a bad night, rough studies, took too much lithium. I don't know what's going on with that dude, but we definitely want to pray for the elderly gentleman who was hurt in this situation, and hopefully he gets a speedy recovery and never has to deal with any crap like this ever again. Amen, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward, because now we got to get on over to Oregon. Or over at Cornelius, because we got this man that was accused of trying to kidnap a child from a stroller inside a Walmart. They said that his pops he fought the man off. What do you mean, fought the man off? Now, if it was the mother and it said fought the man off, I would get it, but what do you mean fought the man off? Y'all know why I'm saying that, right? Because if anything like that would have happened, fought them off, yeah, okay. All sorts of tools and supplies. What aisle are we in? Check out on cans. Bang! Oh, what we got over here? Furniture. Depends on the aisle we in. What do you mean you fought them off? Let's keep on moving forward. I don't understand what these people are talking about. Sometimes you got to make an example of some people.
Terrifying is really how I would describe it. A family is going shopping inside of a Walmart, and then a stranger comes and tries to snatch their child.
Scary moments for a family shopping at Walmart. Deputies say a man armed with a weapon stalked and tried to kidnap a child there. New tonight, we're hearing from someone who says they knew the suspect. K2's Victor Park joins us at the live desk with more details on this. Victor.
Hey, good evening there, Barry. Well, authorities say a man armed with a knife tried taking a child out of a stroller at a Walmart.
This is crazy.
That's kind of wild.
Some shoppers at this Cornelius Walmart were shocked to hear about an apparent attempted kidnapping.
That's not something I ever would have thought he would have done.
Brian Morris says he was neighbors with the suspect. Washington County sheriffs identified as 37-year-old Dennis Villalobos.
Would never have thought this person would do that. No. No, he's got some, trouble, parts, but not like this.
Others like Riley Davis were not so surprised.
I'm not that surprised, but I do want to say to everyone, keep your kids very close. I always watch my 6 when I'm in stores and everything. Always be overcautious.
You know she's not playing. She said, I always watch my 6. Somebody put her on point.
Of everything.
The incident happened on December 21st. Pictures from a Walmart surveillance camera appears to show the man trying to take the child. The child's father stopped Villalobos from grabbing the child, but was injured during an altercation, according to investigators. Now, during that struggle, authorities say the suspect dropped his knife and took off. The father called 911 and Forest Grove police found the man not far from the Walmart.
The suspect ran away, ran out to a vehicle, into a Jeep, and took off. And then as officers and deputies were responding to the area, they located the person and arrested him.
There are other people out there with the same intentions, so you really do have to keep watch, even though he is in jail and he is arrested.
All right, well, Villalobos is now in the Washington County Jail, charged with attempted kidnapping and assault, among other crimes. Investigators say they do not believe the suspect and family knew each other. At the live desk, I'm Victor Park, K2.
That nigga must have been going crazy, or he snapped. Sometimes they do that. I'm gonna tell you one time that happened to this dude around my block. I thought this dude was fine. Next thing you know, he went into the bank and did some crazy stuff inside the ATM stall. Police had to go in there. Next thing you know, I never saw that kid again. I mean, he was about 17, 18 years old when that happened. Never saw him again in my life. Keep on moving forward, you guys. I don't know what's going on with Liberty, but it depends on what you're saying. If you're trying to come at me in a disrespectful manner, or if you're being like, racist or whatever like that or whatever, that's the reason why it may be going down like that. Liberty, what's going on? We'll talk about it. I can't throw the show off for that one situation, but I do want to acknowledge that I do see that message right there where someone's saying that Liberty is being a little rough on them. Liberty, what you doing, girl? Is it something that's called for? Because if it's merited, I stand with my mods, and I'll probably see what it's about. If it's nothing that's too harsh or whatever, I got tough skin, we can take it. So she lets stuff like that go by. But you just got to be careful on how you're being on this show, because we don't play certain games at a certain time. Let's keep on moving forward, because this is a very important show that we have going on today, especially this next topic. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen to get those likes up. Also, I'd like to pray for the goodness that happened in this situation where the little child didn't wind up getting kidnapped, and they wound up getting them away from this person, and it was a situation where he didn't get harmed. Also, I want to pray for you guys as well, liberty and justice, and the person that you're going back and forth with. Come on, you guys, let's be nice. Just beat me up. Don't fight each other. Just beat me up. I can take it. Amen. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to go over to Federal Hill. This is very important because these people over at Federal Hill, the residences are demanding action. I'm talking about, you got a 222% increase in crime. I'll be scared too. And I would have left. I don't know why she still lived there. This person that's reporting this topic, right? This story right here, I remember this specifically because of the number count of what's going on over here. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen, get those likes up, and let's all be, why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Come on, y'all, let's go.
We have a victim who was shot execution style in the parking lot of our local elementary school.
Tonight, an arrest in a Federal Hill murder in the parking lot of an elementary school.
Now, community members are pressing for more to make sure the violence in the area stops. Federal Hill Saturday, a sense of relief.
I am so thankful for our partners at the Baltimore Police Department. It was clear from the following morning that they were on top of the case.
Word of an arrest in an early morning homicide in Federal Hill last Sunday. Baltimore police arresting 31-year-old Devin Johnson of Baltimore for the December 28th shooting death of 32-year-old Charles Brothers on what was supposed to be a celebration.
No one should have a family member, a friend, or a colleague go out at night to celebrate their birthday and not go back home.
Jen Cavino, public safety chair for the Federal Hill Neighborhood Association.
I'm thankful for it.
While thankful for the arrest, she's also wanting to see more when it comes to violent crime in Federal Hill.
I am so sorry that we, as a neighborhood, have not made our request clear enough or urgent enough to the city to put the resources into Federal Hill that we need to stop and make sure there are no more homicides here.
In November, a double shooting in Federal Hill left a 37-year-old man dead. Cavino pointing to just how bad violent crime has gotten in the area.
Our homicide rate is 222% higher than the citywide averages from 2025. Our common assault rate is 104% higher than the citywide averages. Our aggravated assault rate is 38% higher.
Looking ahead to the future of Federal Hill.
When parents and families are considering whether to move to Baltimore, they're going to do a Google search and see that the closest elementary school is Federal Hill Prep. The first thing they're going to read about it is that there's a murder there.
Cavino is wanting more for the neighborhood.
Everything that the mayor has done to have success in other communities, we want to see that replicated in Federal Hill in 2026.
Hi, I'm Vincent Hill. Thanks so
I actually I like this person. I think you need to be in office. The way she was talking, I like that. All the stuff that she was saying, and plus you guys, look at all of that crap that's going on in a place like Federal Hill. Like she said, as soon as they do a Google search talking about they planning on moving there, I don't know a lot of people that's going to want to move to Baltimore anyway. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Baltimore has a lot of D-rugs. That's right. And what I heard, they have a lot of functioning addicts as well, because there's so many addicts. What I heard was, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, or if anybody knows what I'm talking about. When I say functioning addicts, like the mailman might be a addict, but he goes to AA or something like that. And that's why he's able to continue being the mailman. Or certain people's in other positions and stuff like that I'm hearing are actually, when I say functioning working addicts. I heard about that in Baltimore before. If anybody know about that, y'all let me know if it makes any sense or you know what I'm talking about. Everyone does Dizzope around here. Jay Cricket said everybody do Dizzope around here. Federal Hill is very expensive to live, have crimes, to have crimes like that. Okay, I didn't even know that, but thank you for telling me, because it seems like that with the people that's walking around and the person that's reporting this. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I love it when you guys are in reference to where we're talking about. Let's get on over to Utah right now, because we got this just in. That sealed transcript is being released. The alleged Charlie Kirk shooter, I said the word, power plot. The security arrangement is about to be discussed on what they're doing and how they're going to start bringing him to court.
Accused of assassinating Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk is ordering the release of a transcript from an October hearing. That proceeding discussed security arrangements for Tyler Robinson. There are also new questions about how much of the process should be available to the public. Senior correspondent Claudia Cowan has details.
Mr. Robinson, are you with us?
Yes, Your Honor.
Two key rulings today on public access to information in the case of the man accused of assassinating conservative commentator Charlie Kirk. The suspect, Tyler Robinson, was not in court Monday, unlike the last hearing, but listened in from the Utah County Jail as Judge Tony Graff announced his decisions.
This case generates extraordinary, ongoing national and international attention. The court need not seal the entire transcript and audio of the October 24th, 2025 hearing to protect the safety interests of all those involved.
The judge agreeing to limited redactions, only about a page of 80 pages in all, of a transcript from a closed-door hearing in October that focused on courtroom security measures. An audio recording from that 2-hour hearing will be available in about 2 weeks.
Only the state and the defendant, however, are actual parties to a criminal action. The press need not be a party to a criminal action to pursue the public's presumptive right to access public court records.
In a separate ruling, the judge ordered both sides to notify members of the media who've requested it whenever they file a motion to close a future hearing. However, the media will not be able to argue against such motions in court. The next hearing is set for January 16th, a preliminary hearing where prosecutors will begin to lay out their case against Robinson is scheduled for mid-May. Brett?
And they said they got so much information against him, they could lose 90% of what they have and still have enough to get him charged. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to California. We got this North Oakland situation in this barbershop where the owner has been locked up for pow-powing somebody. Yep. I don't know exactly what happened. There's no information about it, but let's get on over to California and let them break this news about what's going on.
On New Year's Day and left 2 men dead. Welcome everyone to the 4 this afternoon. I'm Heather Holmes.
And I'm Alex Savage. Police arrested a suspect in one of those cases, but this afternoon they are still looking for the shooter in connection with the other case. Our crime reporter Henry Lee live now at the Oakland Police Department with what we are learning about these investigations. Henry?
Well, Alex and Heather, Oakland couldn't go one day into the new year before police investigated not 1, but 2 homicides. Now, I've learned the suspect in a deadly shooting in North Oakland is the owner of a barbershop. Cuts by Wesley is a walk-in barbershop at 45th and Market Streets in North Oakland, the scene of the city's second homicide of 2026.
Crazy.
KTVU has learned the shop's owner, 35-year-old Wesley Broach, is now in jail, arrested on suspicion of murder. At about 1:30 in the afternoon on New Year's Day, Oakland police say the shop owner shot and killed a man near the business. Family and acquaintances identified the victim to KTVU as 30-year-old Tariq Roddy Figueroa. Loved ones say Figueroa loved nature, gardening, and doted on his nieces and nephews. Police have not said what led up to the shooting. Flowers and candles mark the spot where Figueroa died at the scene.
Someone lost their life. Someone lost their life. That's what I was told coming in today.
This man says he helps run the barbershop with the suspect. He did not want his name used.
Wesley didn't do anything like that, man. That's how I feel. Me and Wes run one hell of an operation over here.
Across town, and 2 hours earlier, at about 11:30 in the morning Thursday, a 47-year-old man was shot near the corner of East 20th Street and
Him and Wesley run a hell of an operation over there. You heard him.
Foothill Boulevard in East Oakland.
And just saying, the bicycle was on the ground, the belongings from the backpack and everything was laying down on the ground.
Witnesses say the victim had been on a bike. He died hours later at a hospital. LaRon Bell lives nearby. He and others are unnerved by the violence.
Couldn't go one day without a murder happening on New Year's Day, man, was really surprising. I'm from this area, so, just to see that just happening right here in my neighborhood is just, it's just a shame.
It's so sad. It happens all the time around here. I came outside. My son said, Mom, somebody got killed over here. Walked outside, seen all the streets blocked off, about 7 or 8 police cars.
The bottom line is we did have 2 shootings or 2 killings so far. Happy New Year. Welcome to paradise.
The city's first homicide of the year happened in Councilmember Noel Gallo's district.
But at the end of the day, we need to be truth about what happens in certain neighborhoods and deal with the crime.
Oakland police are still investigating both homicides, and anyone with information or video linked to these cases is asked to give them a call.
That barbershop situation, I don't know about that. Seems like there could be a couple of more situations going on with the backstory. As much as we find, you guys know how we do. We're going to bring it to you. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. And if you have not already subscribed to the channel, why not? Become a member. Hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. We got to get on over to New Jersey. I've been holding on to this. We got 3 that have been in custody for a situation that happened in a mall out in New Jersey. I can't say what happened, but they can. Let's go.
New video this noon of the moment police ran in and people ran out of the Willowbrook Mall just seconds after someone fired a gun there. Nobody was hurt, but it did make for some chaotic moments and forced authorities to evacuate the mall. Now 3 people are in police custody. New Jersey reporter Tony Yates is in Wayne with the very latest. Tony.
Hey, Joe, and according to Wayne police, the 3 people that they took into custody last night, none of them are suspected of being the shooter. That person still has not been caught. However, this morning, the Willowbrook Mall opened at its usual time, 11 o'clock. That was after, of course, it had to be evacuated last night after at least 2 shots were fired in an area near the food court. Now, we've received a couple of videos from people who were inside at that time. At one point, you can see a police officer carrying a long gun running towards that area where some kind of altercation happened. And then within minutes of the call, of course, officers from several agencies swarmed that food court area, moving people out. One video shows one person being detained. Police say they did take in 2 adults and a juvenile into custody. This all happened just after 7 o'clock last night. Shoppers who were inside at the time described the scene to us.
I heard 2 shots. That's what I heard. And then, like, the first shot, people...
Somebody in the comments says, I'm shopping online from now on. Jeez.
People thought, like, it was just a bottle cap or something. And then once the second shot went off, that's when everyone, like, started really getting scared. Yeah.
Now, police have not described what may have started that altercation that sparked those shots being fired, but today they are asking anyone with information, and especially anyone with any videos, to contact them so that they can continue this investigation. For now, we're live here in Wayne, New Jersey. Tony Yates, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Somebody said they got Tony out there in the cold. Yeah, Tony, she got to get out there and be the roving reporter. They still got Lisa Evers going out there and being outside. I remember one time I was walking outside, Lisa Evers was like, hey, I know you from somewhere. I said, I know you from somewhere too. And then we did a little snippet together. You guys can see that on my Facebook. Lisa Evers, very cool. You guys know her from Street Soldiers. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because do you guys think that Congress is going to actually take any legal actions against the DOJ when it comes to this slow it down? I just want to get to know you, but don't turn around. Because that pretty round thing looks good to me. Hey, that might be a song we're going to be doing. Let's keep on moving forward. Because we want to get into this topic right here. Do you guys think? Let me know. I don't think so, and I'm going to say it right off the muscle. Because by the time they start suing, they're going to just start dropping more files. But I want to know, will Congress take legal action against the DOJ for the slow process of what they're doing when it comes down to the Jeffrey Epstein files being released?
The holiday break for Congress is almost over, with the House and Senate both back in session on Monday.
That's
and one key
today.
issue, we're expecting them to confront the slower than mandated rollout of the Epstein files by the DOJ. Lawyers are combing through 5 million more documents left to review, according to reporting from Reuters and the New York Times. Let's bring in former federal prosecutor Ankush Kadori. Ankush, lawyers who...
A lot of people said no, and I agree with you.
Push for the release are very unhappy about this. Lawmakers, I should say, are very unhappy about the slow rollout here. They've floated the idea of inherent contempt or even impeachment articles against Pam Bondi, the AG. Realistically, though, what can they do to hold the DOJ accountable and force the full release?
Look, I think their options are very limited here. I mean, they can, initiate contempt proceedings and maybe fine Pam Bondi. It's not clear to me that there is actually majority support in the Congress for that. The whole problem with this exercise was ultimately going to be up to the Justice Department and the Trump administration to decide how they handled this. And, I think there are multiple reasons why, we're here where we are. One reason is that Congress crafted and passed a very broad and indiscriminate law. And I've seen at least one member suggest that if you criticize the breadth of the law that they passed, you're somehow on the side of sex traffickers or protecting Epstein. And I find the suggestion absurd and frankly outrageous.
That's right, because what he's basically trying to say is what I understand exactly coming from you. If you're going to craft a law, there should be some things that go in. All right, if you break this law, this is what's going to happen. If you break that law, this is what's going to happen. They have not implemented those areas in this law.
There were many options between doing nothing and dumping millions of pages of documents into the public domain so the whole world could have them. They could have produced a much more targeted law, calling just for the internal DOJ, FBI memos, interview summaries, and summaries of evidence. So that's one problem we have here. A bigger problem is that the DOJ was clearly caught flat-footed and not prepared to do this as they should have been. And the far biggest and most important element here is that this is all downstream of Trump's relationship with Epstein and the administration's really bungling of this whole issue since the inauguration.
You bring up really interesting points there. Should we be expecting to have hearings on the Hill on this, and who would we expect to testify?
Pam Bondi.
Yeah, no, I do expect some hearings. I mean, look, Pam Bondi may be testifying in the new year. Kash Patel may be testifying in the new year. These are totally appropriate questions to be asked.
I mean, we can ask those questions, but can we continue to keep on getting the files? And we're going to keep on digging into the files from the brothers, from every single person that we know that's involved in this situation. Explosive Epstein X probe file drop. Epstein's brother and victim.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Just gonna do this intro. I want you guys to actually, if you have time, go check this entire video out. Cause yeah, I rock with you, Nancy, and you know, I like your content. So I'm just gonna let this intro come in because I want you guys to see, I love how dramatic she is. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Go ahead. Let me start this back over again. We got Nancy Grace here. She's got an explosive probe that she did, and it exposes a lot of different elements of Epstein, the brother, as well as victims and much more.
Birds of a feather flock together. Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
There were literally hundreds of victims.
Makes me sick. Gag.
Hundreds of young girls who had been picked by Epstein and Maxwell.
Her name is like dirt in my mouth.
There is no list.
Lies.
I never heard that.
Lies.
I never imagined this.
Lies. There they are on their private plane. You know what? Bite me.
This Epstein story is never going to end.
People connected to this case are dropping dead like flies.
He was a master manipulator.
He's having dinner with Satan tonight.
Now that's the reason why I like Nancy, because she says the things that we say. The people with common sense. She says every time I hear people talking about Virginia Giuffran and they say the suicide, I don't believe it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Suicide my foot.
What you're going to see is a lot of flight logs,
And this is why we're talking about bringing Pam in, because she promised all this information in the beginning, and it has not come out that way that they were planning it. And that's why, because she's opened herself up to this. So the prior to what you heard them saying who's going to be questioned. This is why they're talking about bringing Pam Bondi up, because of these statements.
of names, a lot of information, but it's pretty sick what that man did.
A source had told me where the documents were being kept, Southern District of New York, shock. So we got them all by, hopefully all of them, Friday at 8 a.m., thousands of pages of documents. I have the FBI going through them. Director Patel is going to get us a detailed report as to why the FBI withheld all of those documents.
That is from our friends at Fox News.
Yeah, you guys, it's called, what is this, Nancy? It's the Nancy Grace Explosive Epstein X probe file drop. And it's got a lot of different information in here, some things that we actually covered, and the stuff about the brother and Epstein, we have not covered that area, but it's her work, so I'm gonna let you guys go over there and check it out. Do your boy a favor and double tap that screen to get those likes up, because I know you guys love this topic, and yes, it's not over, especially since now we've got to definitely get into the header. Jeffrey Epstein. How is social media actually, Boogotti, come on now, what do you mean unredacting? How is it possible? And I said to myself, you fool, you've done it before. So how come you think it can't be done? Why do you think it can't be done? Because it's the government. They should have not even made it possible for this to be able to happen. But I'm not saying every page in what I'm about to say to you guys. And that does not mean photos can be unredacted. But how social media is unredacting some of the Jeffrey Epstein files. Watch this, you guys. And yes, we got to open up that screen and zoom on in, but sometimes you got to dig deep in order to find some of this information. Couldn't find it anywhere else. And then when I did it, it made a lot of sense.
People on TikTok and Reddit showed a way to actually unredact one of the Epstein files, so we decided to take a look and see for ourselves. This is the Justice Department's new Epstein library, where they've been posting tens of thousands of documents in the past week. If you scroll around the site, you can get to this page, which contains the botched redaction.
Now, we do have this link in every single one of our shows for the last 2-3 weeks. That link that they just showed is in the description. If if you guys want to try this out just to see.
It's from a lawsuit filed in 2020 by the government of the U.S. Virgin Islands against Jeffrey Epstein's estate. So this is the key paragraph, and it references Darren Indyke, Jeffrey Epstein's longtime attorney. Only problem? It's redacted. We can't see it. But if you select the whole paragraph, copy and paste into a Word document, you can actually see what was underneath those redactions. The Virgin Islands lawyers allege that Epstein's tax-exempt charitable foundation was fraudulently misused to cover up Epstein's criminal activity. In that redacted paragraph, they claimed that Indyke, who ran the charity, quote, signed foundation account checks for over $400,000 made payable to young female models and actresses, including a former Russian model. Now that's a lot of money, but it's only an allegation, so we reached out to Indyke's lawyers for comment. I'll read for you what they said. Quote, not a single woman has ever accused Mr. Indyke of committing sexual abuse or witnessing sexual abuse. They went on to say, quote, no judge in any court anywhere has ever found that Mr. Indyke committed any wrongdoing of any kind. Now, a lot of people on social media were blaming this faulty redaction on the Trump DOJ, and the DOJ has taken a lot of heat for over-redacting some parts of the Epstein files and under-redacting other parts, possibly exposing some of Epstein's victims. But you can't blame this redaction error on the DOJ, and here's why. All right, we're here at the top, and you can see that this case was filed in the Superior Court of the Virgin Islands, and the case began in 2020. So you can use that case number to look up the original files in the Virgin Islands, and that's exactly what we did here. If you look closely, the numbers all match. You can find the file in this docket, which indicates two things. Number one, it was first posted in February of 2021, and it was uploaded by the Virgin Islands Attorney General. So you can click through to the document. You can see it's the same file. It's got the same redactions. You can do the same copy and paste trick, which means these botched redactions have actually been out there for nearly 5 years.
Keep on moving forward, you guys. Just some fat for our brains and some information that I thought you guys would be interested in trying out. Yes, like I said, the link is in the description to the actual Jeffrey Epstein files, as well as everything that they've uploaded so far. You guys want to go ahead and see if that works? That'd be dope to try. Let's get on over to the UK. It's not over. London, the UK, and the royal family. That's right. Jeffrey Epstein's shocking allegations about Fergie, Beatrice, and Eugenia. We're finding more reasons why the king said, let's get rid of Andrew and let's get them out of here, because they're the tentacles of Epstein they just were too long and got involved in too much stuff. Let's get into this, you guys. Let's check this out. We got Jeffrey Epstein's shocking allegations about Fergie, Beatrice, and Eugenie. Newly surfaced emails suggest that Jeffrey Epstein provided financial support to Sarah Ferguson. And she allegedly, why would you do this, Fergie? But okay. She brought her daughters to visit the convicted S offender following his release from prison. Prince Andrew has strongly denied all allegations made against him. When Epstein was released in 2009, Beatrice was 20 years old. The email in question was reportedly sent by Paul Tweet, his lawyer, in 2011. It was just a month after Sarah gave an interview where she apologized for her association with Jeffrey Epstein, vowed she would have nothing to do with him ever again. But as you can see, she didn't keep up to that, because when he got out, she went over there with her daughter after begging him for money. Pretty crazy, pretty strange events right here. According to the Daily Mail, Epstein told his lawyers in a newly leaked email about Sarah that it should affirmatively state that she was misquoted, basically trying to tell her what to say to people. Oh, I was misquoted. I never said that. She was the first to celebrate my release with her 2 daughters. She visited me with a policeman sitting at my front desk. She has asked for help with her charities, meaning she's been asking Jeffrey Epstein for money. A source close to Sarah said that neither she or her daughters have any memory of such visits. Okay. Sarah previously admitted to receiving money from Epstein, but the publication alleges she had requested to borrow a significantly large amount. I think she was really asking for what, 100,000? He gave her like 40 or something like that. But she did receive money from him. Yeah, she begged to borrow 50 to 100 because she needed to pay small bills. So yeah, she looked like she kind of creepy right there. She looked like that crazy, that lady in that movie right there. She need to be acting herself and letting them, freeze her in frame because she look a little scary there. Fergie is planning on trying to reinvent herself throughout all of these situations that's been going on, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to Pennsylvania, where this Facebook argument led to a feud and led to 2 people getting... That's right, you guys. Stills nabbed. This fool started going off with the blade. Let's go.
The Shaler woman is facing charges.
This after investigators say it was a big Facebook feud that moved offline. Mamie Ba has more.
You normally fight online. What are you doing coming offline with this crap?
In a day and age where everyone is on social media, the people we spoke with think it's crazy, but they tell me they aren't shocked. They are just surprised it happened in what they consider to be a safe neighborhood. From behind the keyboard to blood splattered in the snow on Hegel Drive.
Rebecca from London, good morning.
Online feud turned violent in person.
Wow.
There was cop cars lined up all the way here up to my house, down to the driveway here, like 20 cop cars and the paramedics.
Mike Fetchke was in his Shaler home yesterday when investigators responded to a stabbing at this apartment complex, just a few steps away.
I moved here 4 years ago from the city, and I said, this is the most boring neighborhood because, you don't see nobody out. So, yeah, I'm shocked because you never see nobody out.
According to this criminal complaint, 38-year-old Shannon Jennings stabbed the woman who came to her home to confront her over Facebook comments she was making about users' children and the woman's as well.
People on Facebook.
Don't be talk about my kids. You heard what they said. The lady got stills nabbed over talking about somebody's kids. Y'all know how Mama Bear be acting about her kids. Come on, y'all. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. Let's go.
Pork and all that stuff like that. Do some crazy stuff.
Court documents allege that after the online argument, Jennings threatened to go to the other woman's home to shoot it up and blow it up with dynamite. But the other woman showed up at Jennings' home instead after Jennings reportedly gave her the address. The 2 women got into a fight and Jennings stabbed her multiple times according to police.
How many of you guys know that Dave Chappelle episode when keeping it real goes wrong? When that one lady said, I don't play about my phone. Don't nobody play on my phone. Next thing you know, she went over there and damaged that car. And next thing you know, she got the... And life just kept on getting worse for her. Then she got locked up and then a big fat girl beat her up inside the jail. It is not worth it, ladies. Sometimes you got to stop. You got to stop. But sometimes they're like, when I'm turned up, I'm not going up. Yep. Yeah. They don't know how to turn the volume down once they're already at 100.
Jennings' boyfriend broke it up.
If she was protecting herself, then she has the right to defend herself. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't get people your address.
I reached out to the landlord. They agreed to provide us with a statement but refused to speak on camera due to legal reasons. Over the phone, they tell me Jennings has been a tenant for 6 months, and in the last month, she got into a fight with another resident. The landlord says since then, they began the eviction process.
She been telling people for a while, well, pull up then, bitch. I don't care. You know where I'm at. You know, matter of fact, I will give you my location right now. Pull up on me, bitch. And I guess homegirl decided to pull up.
There are conflicting statements from all parties, whether the entire altercation took place inside of Jennings' apartment or outside the complex.
I think I'd rather listen to the landlord because the landlord is like, look, she already starting stuff with other tenants. This the second time for her. She only been living here for 6 months. Got to go. Got to leave here. Time for you to get up on out of here, boo. Get your stuff, and you got to know when to hold 'em. Know when to roll 'em. Know when to walk away. And you should have ran, cause now you gotta move your stuff up out that apartment complex. And it's gonna be hard as hell to find another place with that eviction on your history. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I don't mean to laugh, but hey, sometimes people bring things on themselves. Let's get on over to Michigan. We got this viral video that prompts the Popo to get in action on a serious sea abuse case. Don't want to report it, but yes, wood chipper, meat grinder on slow. Situation right here, I'm not happy about this at all.
Dozens of Ring camera videos going viral on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, but many are now taken down.
You ever go on somebody TikTok or they Facebook and be like, damn, your house is dirty, it's filthy in there, and you got kids in there? Yeah.
Likely because they show graphic content of what appears to be a woman abusing a 10-month-old baby. Police say that woman is 26-year-old Alexis Harris. She was arrested in Flint, but we know the woman has ties to Macomb County. That baby was actually her own niece. The baby's mother says she trusted Alexis with her child.
My brother found the videos.
Christian Harris says her brother was checking the inside cameras at the home he shared with his wife, Alexis Harris, when he found his 10-month-old niece being abused.
I literally broke down crying. I only watched about 30 seconds of the video, of one of the videos. I still have not watched all of the videos.
Christian says Alexis was babysitting her 10-month-old daughter from August to October. The abuse is said to happen at a home on Flint's east side.
I never would have guessed that she would do something like that, like ever.
Christian says the abuse happened in October over the course of 3 days.
She's always been a very happy baby. During that period of those 3 days, she did sleep a lot, but I thought it was just because she was teething.
Christian says when the videos were discovered, they called the police, but she doesn't think they moved fast enough. She says they turned to social media and posted some of those videos on Facebook and TikTok.
Everybody started calling in about the case.
Flint police say calls came in from everywhere, flooding the phone lines. Police did thank people for calling and sharing their concerns.
My baby cannot defend herself. She can't get justice for herself. We have to. That's our job as her parents, to get justice for our daughter, and that's the main goal.
As for the 10-month-old little girl, Christian says she's doing okay now.
She's happy. She's healthy. We took her to the hospital twice, and we also took her to her primary doctor. There was no injuries. They did a whole skeletal x-ray, and there's no injuries whatsoever.
And right now, Alexis Harris is facing 6 criminal charges. She'll be back in court on January 8th. If convicted on the first-degree child abuse charge, Harris could face up to life in prison. Dozens of...
No, I got one more before we do it. I know what y'all want to do. We definitely going to do it, but we got one more for this monster right here, Corey Bigsby. He's been convicted for his son's murder in Virginia court.
Now to breaking news in another high-profile case. The Virginia Court of Appeals has affirmed the conviction and 45-year prison sentence of Corey Bigsby for the second-degree murder and concealment of the body of his 4-year-old son, Cody Bigsby. Cody was reported missing in January of 2022. His body has never been found.
In the appeals, Bigsby argued there was insufficient evidence to support the verdict and claimed errors were made during jury selection. Judges ruled that Bigsby's confessions, combined with corroborating evidence, were more than enough for a reasonable jury to find him guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Hampton Commonwealth's attorney, Anton Bell, provided a statement saying, quote, "Today is a good day for the citizens of Hampton Roads."
Fucking monster, man. Can't believe you would do something like that to a child. That's like, it's both of them. It's just like, what's wrong with these people? Lord, we gotta pray for the children. I want to pray for the little girl that was hurt in the earlier event. Hopefully she pulls through with flying colors and becomes very healthy. And none of this is something that she remembers. Also want to pray for the little boy that was missing and that was never returned. and we're happy about the fact that his father got the time. We definitely want to pray for the soul of the the child that was lost in this tragic event. Amen. You guys, do your boy a favor. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. There's not a lot of people that's showing these stories right here. A lot of them don't get too much coverage. I have to, because I feel like some sort of I have to just let you guys know what's really going on. Besides all of the fun and the laughter and stuff, we got to get down to the root of the real stuff as well. Let's get on over to this new abandoned bank branch. Over these squatters that just took over this bank. And yeah, the only reason they did something about this is because they found a body inside of this bank. This is crazy.
C13 Eyewitness News.
So this is a condemned bank that was like just condemned, and they were just letting the homeless people do whatever they want until a body was found.
Starts now.
New tonight, neighbors in West Houston said they want something done about an abandoned bank branch. They say the old Wells Fargo on Hillcroft between Westheimer and High Meadow has become a haven for squatters and drugs.
This is in Houston, guys.
As ABC 13's Luke Jones reports, their concerns are getting renewed attention tonight after police found a body inside.
Once a Wells Fargo, now unofficially the Hotel Hillcroft. Unauthorized check-ins through unconventional paths almost daily, neighbors say. And this morning, one of the guests was found dead. Police haven't said how, who, or how long he or she might have been there.
My name's Ghost.
This man, hoping against hope, it's not anyone he knows.
So I was like just in there with a couple of friends. I had just picked up a friend. She stayed the night at my apartment, and she took off this morning. But like, yeah, she lives here.
While police haven't officially ruled on the possibility of foul play, investigators with the homicide unit were here for hours today, drawing this man's curiosity.
I know the owner for the property, so what's going on? But you don't tell me, hey, you have to leave. But I smell something bad.
And neighbors say they've been seeing bad stuff for years. We found 27 311 complaints about the building since Wells Fargo moved out in September 2023. Many for standing water, but several for squatting as far back as February 2024.
So a lot of people were living here, but a lot of people were like doing drugs, and a lot of people were like stealing stuff and getting guns and being crazy.
What do you expect when they got a place like that that they can just go into that nobody's taking care of or looking into? It's a squatter's resort. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. We got to get on over to Galveston. We got this fool. I don't know what he thought. He thought he was really doom 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 doo doo doom doom. Doo doo doom doom doom. Doom 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 doo doo doom doom. Ice, ice, baby. Until they got him. That's right, you guys. Posing as an ICE agent. And guess what? He got arrested. Let's get on over to Galveston, you guys. Yeah, I don't know why you would do something stupid like this, but hey, let's get on over there and see why he thought he would do this in Houston.
Thank you for joining us on this Friday night. I'm Keith Garvin. Caught on camera, police arrested this man, 44-year-old Joshua Warner, last week on charges of impersonating an officer. Warner is accused of trying to detain two people in Galveston. KPRC2 News reporter Corley Peel spoke with the witness.
This fool is literally trying to detain people.
Who helped catch him and shares a request from police tonight.
Name and badge number.
I don't have to give it to you.
You're not a real cop.
Joshua Warner caught on Robert Harvey's live stream, allegedly posing as an ICE agent on November 9th. Harvey grew suspicious passing this scene on 24th Street in Galveston.
Somebody's searching that truck. That white truck. Look. Yeah. Who the hell is it? They're shining a flashlight in his face.
What about this stop made you realize that this was a red flag? This doesn't seem legit.
Yeah, first it was the no police car. Then when we got out, like I just mentioned, he was quickly trying to get rid of him and get away. He started to walk away and we were like, hey, stop. And then it was his uniform. I mean, I've never seen police in a uniform like that. And his tool belt and all of his stuff, I mean, it looked like it had just came in from Temu or Amazon or something. What the hell did we just see? That ain't even a cop.
As Harvey and his friend Bruce Redman approach Warner, he appears to tell the two men he stopped they can go.
Who are you?
Can I help you with something?
I immediately asked him, hey, who are you? What are you doing? What's your name and badge number? And then the fact that he wouldn't give me a name and badge number was another red flag.
They say your boy got his get up from Temu. I don't know about that, because at least Temu will give you the jacket that say ICE on it. The vest.
Ended up getting his fake badge out of the car, and then he actually hit my friend Bruce in the face with it.
Harvey and his friend notify police nearby. On December 22nd, Galveston police confirm he posed as an ICE agent and arrested Warner at his home, finding a fake law enforcement badge and ID card and seizing his car that resembled an unmarked patrol car.
We were very pleased that they took it seriously and did an investigation and arrested this guy, because that's a dangerous person.
This fool running around here looking like a Timu ICE agent. I'm talking about, yo, you cannot make this shit up, yo. That's right, that's my badge right there. You guys saw it, right? And then he's shining the light in the guy's face. He already knew he was in trouble once they rolled up on him when he was messing with that guy with the white truck. Oh my God, do your boy a favor, double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up to get more people over here. If you have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that notification bell down there so that you know we're on, and let's keep it moving, you guys. We got to keep on going right now. We got this 11-year-old who was rescued. This is a follow-up story. The other day, we saw a video where a man got pulled over on a highway. He took 2 steps with them big old fish boat galoshes and fell face first on the ground. We didn't have too much information about what was going on then, but now we do. We got an 11-year-old who was rescued during that situation in Flagler County. Traffic stop says that he was kidnapped and he thought that he was going to lose his life. Now, the police in this case are heroes because they saved this kid's life. And from what he was explaining and from the instances that was going on, I think it was possibly true. And the 15-year-old that took off had helped this guy set it up.
A lot of things were done to this young man that will probably traumatize him for a long time to come.
Disturbing new information tonight after deputies find a registered sex offender in a truck with an 11-year-old who had been reported missing. That man, Darnell Hairston, is now facing charges including kidnapping and battery by strangulation for what deputies say he did to the 11-year-old.
Just get those likes up, you guys. It gets more people over here to see the content and to see what's going on. It's a very important story we got going on here.
Stuart Moore.
And I'm Summer Knowles. Flagler County deputies rescued that 11-year-old during a wild traffic stop, all caught on camera. West 2's Haley Crumblehome joins us live. And Haley, it appears all 3 seemed to know each other.
Yeah, that's right. Hairston seemed to be somebody in the Flagler Estates area that helped kids fix their ATVs. So he knew kids that hung around there, lived around there.
So Flagler, he was helping kids fix their ATVs and their little mini bikes, huh? So that's how you was getting the kids to come around you. Okay.
And we also believe that the 11-year-old and 15-year-old knew each other because the sheriff's office believes the reason for the kidnapping may be because the 11-year-old said something to the 15-year-old in a group chat about a sexual assault allegedly involving Hairston.
Okay.
Okay, turn around, put your hands behind your back. New charges tonight for this man, Darnell Hairston, a registered sex offender seen in this body camera video running from deputies after he was pulled over in Bunnell on December 31st. Deputies said 2 other people were taken out of the truck. A 15-year-old accused of taking off in the truck while deputies wrestled with Hairston.
You guys
Ultimately,
remember
the teen
this?
is accused of ramming into a deputy's cruiser before crashing. The other person taken from the truck, an 11-year-old boy who had been reported missing days earlier. An arrest report says he asked the deputy who found him, "Can you help me?" and said he was worried he would be killed that night.
A lot of things were done to this young man that will probably traumatize him for a long time to come.
Sheriff Rick Staley said after interviewing that 11-year-old, Hairston is now facing charges including kidnapping, aggravated child abuse, and battery by strangulation. With the boy alleging he was lured to a wooded campsite in Flagler Estates where he was threatened with a knife and a gun, hogtied with
So that little 15-year-old helped this guy set this 11-year-old up, y'all. This is what I'm talking about, why kids need to be aware of who their friends are, who their new friends are, because it could happen. And I want you guys to try to get this information out to as many people as possible, because not a lot of people are reporting this. And you would never think that this freak off or whatever pedophile, this P-dot would have a 15-year-old helping them out doing something like this. That's who jumped in the car and in the truck and took off, the 15-year-old.
shoelaces and an extension cord and had his mouth duct taped. He also told deputies Hairston choked him until he passed out.
When ultimately he came to, our suspect told him, "You were within minutes of me killing you."
According to an arrest report, the 15-year-old and the 11-year-old were in a group chat on Snapchat where the 11-year-old was talking about Hairston being a sexual predator because of what he did to an unnamed victim. Sheriff Staley said this may have been related to a sexual assault under investigation in St. Johns County, allegedly involving Hairston.
It appears that they concocted a plan to lure the 11-year-old to this rural area in Flagler County and then kidnap him.
Jesus. According to the arrest report, at one point Hairston told him he could cut his throat right now, or he could be respectful and shoot him in the head, front or back.
Told us that he thought they were going to kill him.
Now, according to the arrest report, when the investigators interviewed Hairston, he told them that he knew that the 11-year-old was missing and said he was just going to take him fishing, have a talk with him before returning him home to his parents. The sheriff says right now Hairston is being held on no bond.
That is something that a freakazoid would always say. I'm going to take him fishing. You going to take him fishing. After what he said y'all did to him? Come on now. And I honestly think that that little boy was right. That's what they were planning on doing to him. He's not lying. That's what they were planning on doing to him if they already noked him out and if they already did what they did. And I want to be so happy that we're following up with this story. I want to thank God that this child has been found, and I'm so happy that the other two have been apprehended for what's going on in this tragic situation. And I want to pray for that boy, and hopefully he gets over this and be able to live his life the best way he can after being dealt with a tragic situation like this. We ask that today in Jesus' name, in the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit's name. Amen. For everybody. Let's go. That's right. We're praying for that. Crazy situation right there. And luckily, there was an APB out for that kid, and they actually saw that truck, and they pulled them over. Luckily, they did that. Let's keep on moving forward. All police ain't bad. All these haters out here that don't like the police. Don't nobody like the police until you got to call them, huh? Yeah. Let's keep on going over to Florida because we got the police department as they're testing out the nation's first self-driving police car. So we about to have all sorts of stuff going on out here. I think this kind of makes sense. Got to be honest with you. You already don't got no police on the police force. At least you can have the cars riding around acting like there's a police officer in there. Maybe we can get some AI robot police. Maybe we can really get, you know who I'm talking about, RoboCop. That's what we need to get out here. Let's go, y'all.
Tonight, as people celebrate the new year, but one day there might not be an officer behind the wheel of a cruiser. One department in Florida is already testing out the new self-driving technology, part of a first-in-the-nation pilot program. Chris Van Cleef has more.
Yeah, RoboCop. Yep.
What you gonna do? This could be the police car of the future showing up behind you one day. The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office is testing the nation's first self-driving patrol car.
You'd need 20 deputies to do everything this vehicle is doing.
And the person in the comments that said the 15-year-old is suffering and dealing with Stockholm Syndrome, thank you. Very smart assessment. Stockholm Syndrome, when you're under the influence of their captor and you're so caught up into what they're doing that you're following through with the things that you shouldn't be doing. Stockholm Syndrome.
Sheriff Rosie Cordero-Stutz says that's because in a year it can log about the same number of uninterrupted patrol hours as all those deputies combined.
Does this replace a deputy on the street?
This does not replace a deputy. This augments our ability to serve our community.
So it's not quite RoboCop.
No, absolutely not. This is really what I believe the integration of technology into law enforcement, what we will see as the future of law enforcement across this country.
It made a dramatic entrance at its unveiling this fall. They call it PUG, short for Police Unmanned Ground. It comes equipped with all the technology needed to operate as a self-driving car, as well as thermal imaging, 360-degree cameras, and its own drone that can act as an eye in the sky, all sent back live to a police command center.
Okay.
Soon, it'll be equipped with license plate readers and a way for the public to contact live deputies. PUG was built and donated by the nonprofit Policing Lab.
This is a self-driving police car.
It is. Right now, the vehicle's operating itself.
It took us and Policing Lab managing partner Sean Malinowski for a drive.
The promise of this technology is that you can use an autonomous vehicle now to give you presence in the community. So we know police presence deters crime.
So is this like, hey Siri, go police?
No, I think we're going to want to have a little more control on it than that.
For now, the cruiser, that while free to the sheriff's office would cost upwards of $200,000, will have a deputy on board acting as a safety driver. It's intended to operate on a pre-programmed patrol route and will eventually operate unmanned.
Yeah, because I'm telling you guys right now, the police force is shrinking. They have to find other ways to police now because nobody really wants to be a police officer, especially in places like New York, Los Angeles, where it's like you don't want to work for certain administrations and certain people. A lot of people say, I don't even want to be a cop anymore. So they have to find as much ways to try to secure and patrol, and at least it does a lot. Like it follows people around. If something happens, it will note and document your license plate. You think you're not getting that ticket, you're still getting that ticket for speeding or whatever it catches you doing. It has all of those video cameras and all of that thermal imaging on it, so it can work at nighttime. And it has its own drone, so if you need to actually operate the drone to be on a highway, high-speed chase or whatever like that, it can do it itself from the inside of that patrol car. Pretty cool situation. That's why I said RoboCop, because there's only one other thing that it doesn't have: the actual robot body inside maneuvering it, which I don't think we're going to get because there's too much stuff that has to be going into that. You know, a lot of other stuff when it comes down to the conditioning and the people and what it could possibly do. Not quite ready yet for RoboCop. Let's get on over to Miami. We got a couple that was attacked leaving Miami Beach on a night. She was on the beach at night with her husband and her boyfriend. Just to let you guys know, the only way that she was able to escape is by biting the man on his anus. Yeah. So yes, a couple that were attacked leaving a Miami Beach night. A woman bites the man on his anus in order to escape the rizape. Terrible, tragic situation over here. A lot of people probably haven't heard about this story right here, but yeah, it happened.
11, a couple attacked on Miami Beach, and the woman told police she had to bite the attacker's penis to escape. The suspect has been identified as Alex Innocent, but police say he's anything but. Officers say the 28-year-old attacked a man and a woman after leaving a nightclub on Ocean Drive last week. Police say Innocent punched the man, knocking him unconscious. The suspect then took the woman to a rooftop where she says he threatened to kill her if she did not perform sex acts. That's when police say she bit the man's private parts before escaping. Surveillance video shows the woman running away after the terrifying attack. Moments later, you can see the man police say is the suspect leaving the same building while limping. Miami Beach resident Mitch Novick, who gave us the video, says he's glad the suspect was caught.
It's just another disturb.
Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get out of bad situations and defend yourself. It is what hey, oh yeah, you want some? You want, oh, I got it. Come on, get it. Come on. You ready? You ready? Oh! I bet he jumped back like James Brown and didn't want to kiss himself once she got those she got them teethus on his you know what. Yeah, I bet he jumped back as fast as, oh my God. Yeah, you see he came up out of there like this. How you going? What you limping for, homeboy? That leg ain't got no foot on it. He was like this. Oh, he ain't wanted to hit up against his leg or nothing. Like, oh God. He probably was trying to hold his composure together. Oh man, that was a good one right there. If you want to see who it was, let's get the lineup, officers. Everybody drop your drawers. The one that got the damage to his anus, that's the one that did it. Let's keep on moving forward, John. Let's go.
Disturbing crime in South Beach. I attribute it to this 5 a.m. nightlife, which hasn't brought any positive news to this area in over a decade.
Innocent was later arrested. He remains in jail facing sexual battery and kidnapping charges. He has no bond. At 11, a couple.
Somebody said, please show that exit again. I do this for you guys. Are you kidding me? I love to show his exit again. When he was like this, oh, Oh, I'd love to show the exit again. Go for it.
Parts before escaping. Surveillance video shows the woman running away after the terrifying attack. Moments later, you can see the man police say is the suspect leaving the same building while limping. Miami Beach resident Mitch Novick, who gave us the video, says he's glad the suspect was caught.
It's just another.
Yeah, you don't want, I bet you ain't gonna be trying to get no top for a couple of weeks now. Oh yeah, I'm kind of hurt down there. I don't know. I'm good. I bet you. And the sad part about it is you ain't even going. The bad part about it is now when you get aroused, it's gonna hurt. You're gonna be looking at stuff like, oh no, mommy, grandma. You're gonna be needing to look at stuff right now, boy, because as that starts to heal and get a scab on it, Lord forbid, if you get erect, mess with me for that word, YouTube. Lord forbid he gets erect while it has a scab. That's right, because that means you're stretching and no, you're going to try to keep yourself like, let me read the Bible. Let me go around these nuns. Let me go around all old people. I need to smell nothing but, I don't be needing to smell nothing but old stuff right now, like Bengay and what's that stuff they put in the closet to keep the moths out? Mothballs. Yeah, you won't want to keep that at ease, brother. That little friend down there, you know, ain't gonna want him to get a little excited after you done got bit by that and the scabs start coming on it. Because again, think about it. When the scab is on it and it starts to grow, the scab is gonna be ripping. Ooh, Lord, every time it happens, you're gonna be getting payback. Payback. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because he got what he deserved. Probably hit him with the fang tooth too and dragged it back. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to get on over to this FHP situation. This USP worker attempts to hit a child, causing injury to a child, and the child was only trying to help out. This is crazy right here. I don't know why this person wound up doing this postal worker, but sometimes you got to know when to hold them. Real talk.
Tonight, we have more details from an incident in an Escambia County neighborhood we first told you about yesterday. The Florida Highway Patrol says a postal driver intentionally tried to run down a 10-year-old child. This all happening in the area of Kingfisher Way and Kingfisher Court. That incident happened on December 27th, but troopers did not make an arrest until New Year's Eve. WEAR's Brent Kearney. Live from
Can you talk up? And damn.
Yeah, see, the Postal Service says they are actively looking into this and are working to get me more information. But both FHP and neighbors that I spoke to in and around the neighborhood say that
sound like she dead. Bitch, can you talk up? Shit.
Postal worker went way too far. Walking in the area of Kingfisher Court, it'll be hard to find something out of the ordinary. But what happened here on December 27th, neighbors had to read to believe.
What comes to your mind when you read that?
It's heartbreaking. This is a very quiet neighborhood.
This FHP report states postal driver William White Jr. dropped off a package at a home in the area of Kingfisher Way in Kingfisher Court. A 10-year-old noticed the package was delivered to the wrong home. The report states the 10-year-old got on his scooter with the package to deliver it to the right home. Troopers say Williams thought the child was stealing the package and then purposely drove the Postal Service truck toward the child. Troopers say the child was able to jump off the scooter at the last second and suffered an ankle injury. The child was taken to the Studer Family Children's Hospital in Pensacola for treatment.
This isn't just a simple oops crash with a 10-year-old on the road. This is an intentional act by a United States postal worker trying to run over a 10-year-old.
I think he did go too far. If anything, not to chase the kid, maybe try to find a parent or adult to talk to, because as I read the article, the kid saw the address was just a mistake, and he or she was just trying to help.
The report states White then yelled at the child and grabbed the scooter, which was underneath the postal truck. The report says the parents of the child then tried to confront White. FHP says White dropped the scooter off in a nearby yard and left the scene. 3 days later, after troopers interviewed witnesses, White Jr. was arrested and taken to the Escambia County Jail.
Good.
You know, it's amazing what a small conversation would do in a situation rather than jumping straight to your force, use of force, or
Yeah, you could have asked the kid, hey, where you going with that package? He probably would have said, you dropped it at the wrong address. Okay, cool. You going to try to run little buddy down while he's on his little scooter helping you out for your mistake? You got what you deserve. Let's keep on moving forward to a good letter carrier. This person finds a note from a victim in a mailbox that the caregiver is arrested. Hats off to the mail carrier as well as the supervisor for responding to this incident right here. Now, if you want to be a mail carrier or work for the United States Postal Service, you might want to take a little bit of information from this person right here.
Caregiver is arrested, accused of victimizing an 81-year-old man. CBS 12 News reporter Al Pefley says the way the man tried to reach out for help from the police is very unique. Al joins us in Lantana.
A caregiver is supposed to take care of an elderly person, not harm them. But police say a caregiver who looked after a man here in his home became violent and tried to strangle him. When this letter carrier stopped by the home of an 81-year-old man in Lantana Monday to deliver mail, he found an unusual note hanging on the man's mailbox. It read, "Call the police." The elderly man who lives in that home put the note on his mailbox after he says a woman who's his caregiver tried to strangle him Sunday.
Well, she got on me, on top of me, and started grabbing my hand that had the cell phone that I was calling the police. And I couldn't call the police because she grabbed it.
He says his caregiver, 60-year-old Denise Williams, was upset with the condition of the bathroom, and she tried to strangle him with both her hands around his neck. Did you think she was trying to kill you?
No. No, she was just angry.
He says
I like
Williams
the
took
fact
his
that
cell
he's
phone,
honest.
2 landline telephones, and his car keys, and locked them in her bedroom, and she stole his credit card and checkbook, and she left. Without his phones, the victim could not call 911. Fearing for his safety, he got a pen and paper and wrote a note like this one that says, quote, "Call the police," and he hung it on his mailbox next to his front door. The next day, the letter carrier found the note, discussed it with his supervisor, who then called Lantana police, and Williams was arrested. And what do you think of the fact that he actually acted on this note, that he saw it and realized somebody needs help?
I'm very, very happy for that.
He says until she attacked him, Williams had been his live-in caretaker for about 2.5 years, and he paid her $2,000 a month.
I'm sorry for her. I really am. Because she has no place to go right now.
This man got a good heart even after that happened. He still wasn't saying nothing bad about her. He said she didn't try to KILL me. So this man's got a good heart. It's a good person. They paid her $2,000 a month.
Other than what
and she lived with him.
She's going after she gets out of the hospital.
The victim is a Navy veteran, a widower, and a retired security guard. We caught up with the letter carrier who saw the victim's note and realized the elderly man needed help. He said he had no comment.
You have to go talk to the supervisor at my office.
As far as we can determine,
Who's
Williams
still a
is in a
hero,
local
though?
hospital. Once she's released, the next step would be transferring her to the county jail. She has a court hearing January 29th.
You still a hero, Mr. Postman. Just so you know, Mr. Postman. He's a hero for saving and looking up. Because a lot of people wouldn't even pay attention. They would have let the thing fall on the floor and say they didn't see it. The fact that he stepped up and went to talk to his supervisor about it and helped him out. I love that. I love that story right there, you guys. I think it's fantastic. So yes, we need heroes out here. You want another one? That's right. We all about heroes in this segment right here. We got another one. How about if a homeless man rescued a mother and a baby after they fell into the Dickinson's Bayou? Huh? How about that? Watch this right here. If it wasn't for this homeless man, Lord knows what was going to happen to this woman as well as her baby. So yeah, sometimes you're not going to understand who it is that God has sent to save you.
Breaking overnight, firefighters say a mom and a baby are now recovering after being rescued from Dickinson Bayou.
Yes, officials say a homeless man jumped into action when he saw their minivan crash right into the water. ABC 13's Courtney Carpenter is live at UTMB over in League City to explain what happened here,
That's
Courtney.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, good morning to you, Charlie and Jeff. The mom and her baby were brought here to the hospital after the crash, and thankfully this morning officials tell us they're going to be okay. They were not seriously hurt. Now, what happened, the crash was around 9:40 last night as a mom was driving her minivan on FM 517. It's unclear why she lost control, but she told first responders she hit a curb on the bridge and ended up veering across several lanes of traffic and then into the bayou. From there, officials say a homeless man who stays in a wooded area near the bayou saw the crash happen and then paddled his canoe out to rescue the mom and the baby. By the time the man was able to get them to shore, Dickinson police were on the scene too. The video you're seeing now shows what happened next. Dickinson Volunteer Fire Department had their boat out. They took the tow truck driver out to the van so they could hook it up and begin the process of pulling the van out of the water, which they say took about 2 hours. Now, we'll be following up with Dickinson police later on this morning, just trying to get a few more details about this crash. But the good news is, thankfully this morning, that mom and her baby will be okay. And that man who saw what happened was willing to jump in and help out.
That might need to be his security post. He might need to now start getting paid for being there. He do not need to be homeless no more. I know whatever I would have had in my pockets at that time, if I was her, would have been his. Might have had to let the fool stay in the basement or something like that at the crib, because he wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for that homeless man right there. And yes, we want to pray for him. We want to pray for the mother as well as the child, because they all made it through this tragic event. And I want to be thankful to this homeless person, because if he wasn't where he was, it probably would have been much different. That's right. Look at that. Many people in the comments are saying the same thing, and that's why we co-sponsors and co-hosts in this show together, because we all think alike. We're good people. Amen. Everybody, y'all understand what's going on over here. That right there was a hero.
Reporting live here in League City, Courtney Carpenter, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
Now, he could have minded his business. He could have left that alone, not went over there, but guess what? He took his boat, paddled out, saved the mother as well as the baby. Now, you don't get no better than that right now. Let me keep on moving forward, you guys, because, you know, they say it's getting pretty cold in Miami right now, and they're saying that it's so cold that the iguana are, like, freezing in place. I don't know about that, but that's pretty crazy. But you know what? How about this? Let's pray for that event right there, that the fact of the matter that God sent that man over there and basically made sure that he was there to take care of that family, that mother and that daughter. And we ask for nothing but praise and nothing but great things to happen to them, and want 100% recovery. Amen. Yeah, got to get on over to this situation that I was telling you. I think this is in Miami. As it gets colder, do you know that iguana, they kind of like freeze in place? Like, they like get frozen. Now, I guess with the temperatures, they get frozen. And as it warms up, they actually move. I think they know how to slow down their heart rate. This is pretty crazy right here. But we got a reporter here who gets pretty friendly with one of the iguanas. Her name is Gabriella. New Year's Eve in South Florida. It's cold, so they're freezing in place and falling out of trees. I don't know if you guys know anything about that.
So I did speak to the volunteer coordinator here at the Salvation Army, and just like you guys mentioned, with holiday tourism being a rush here in South Florida, there's also a rush here in the Salvation Army. So they're asking anyone, if anyone has any time this holiday season to give any time to volunteer at this shelter. They said they would certainly really need it. But guys, also with all this cold, we've been seeing some frozen iguanas. This is probably the most Florida girl thing I've ever done in my life, but I wanted to introduce you to a little friend of mine. Let me just grab him real quick, guys. This is Thud. We've been checking up on him throughout the morning.
He's literally frozen in place, but he's in the street, so that's not good. You might need to move him out the street.
Is quite literally a thud this morning. He's slowly defrosting. You can see he's a little bit sleepy in and out, but overall he's okay, and everyone's in good spirits here. But I'm gonna go set him here on the grass here shortly. But I wanted you to meet my new friend.
We are floored. Jaws dropped.
We were not expecting you to pick him up.
Number
Gabby.
one, that thing is massive.
Yeah, I don't want him to start warming up in your hands and start kicking around.
Number two, he's about to start thrashing any moment. So.
Set him down gently.
No, he's still a little stiff.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, he's got another cold night coming to him.
Now, that's the Florida girl right there.
Thank you so much.
Way to commit to the PSA. All right.
That live report.
Gabby,
man.
thank you.
She's doing it so we don't have to.
Bye.
Bye.
She literally got a co-host with her. Now, I had to show you guys that, because come on, that was crazy right there. Look, somebody's like, you ain't messing with that, right? Not messing with that. Look at that. Sit him in the sun, please. Yeah, you got to sit him in the sun. I thought about that because I saw a little sunny area behind her. if she sit him in the sun, he might warm up and then like, you know, start to get his heart rate back up and everything, because they're smart. They slow down their heart rates and everything so that they can deal with that. As long as they're in a safe place, once it warms up, they should be all right. But they've been falling out of trees and all types of crazy stuff over there. So yeah, I want to give a shout out to all veterans, all walks. I'm talking about Army, Navy, Marines, the Air Force, everybody. I want to give a big shout out to all of our armed forces, because without you guys, there's nothing there's a lot of, Lord knows what we have without you. And that's just it. For the sacrifice that you guys give, the sacrifice that the veterans have given, I just want to tell you guys I respect you and I love you guys, and I want to say thank you for all of the support that you've been showing with your entire being as a person all this time in your life. That's veterans, people that are serving, and everybody in our armed forces. Right now, I'd like to get over to a disabled veteran. He opens a very unique business, and I think it's beautiful what he's doing. If anybody wants to give the man more business, I think that would be something phenomenal, because I am 100% about taking care of our veterans. And if you appreciate the show and the content, all I'd ask you guys to do is double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Give me all the money in your pockets and subscribe to the channel. Become a member of the show. Hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. Let's get on over to this situation right here where this veteran, has a fantastic new approach to what he wants to do for business. And I think that this was great. Check out what he decided to do.
After years of working for the United States Air Force and NATO, Jeff Costa became fully disabled.
I was around, chemicals made me sick. They put me out of the military. I got sicker and they gave me 100% disability. Got depressed. I was home.
And that's when he stumbled upon Forever Candles, a piece of artwork that has been around for centuries.
I ran into one of these candles at a friend of mine's house and I said, hey, I remember these candles. I wonder if I could do them.
Made from hard wax and carefully carved into detailed designs, the candles were rarely burned. Buyers didn't want to melt the artwork. And as a result, the craft slowly faded, with only 12 candle carvers left in the United States.
Beautiful,
After
right?
finding all the materials, Jeff got to work.
I like that purple pink looking one, right? With the green in it. That's nice, right? I wouldn't even burn that candle. That's what they said. People buy those candles and won't even burn them.
Mastering the craft.
Bought everything I needed, tons of wax, put it in my garage over on the east side of Medford, and for 3 months I destroyed hundreds of dollars worth of wax. I'd come home, my wife would come home and I'd go, and she'd go, not yet.
Bring the craft back to life, Jeff used his engineering skills to create a better design. That way people can actually use the candles.
I installed a plastic cup that sits down inside the candle. And this wick, we replaced the wick from a cotton wick to a fiber optic wick. So this never burns either. It just transfers oil to the top. You put it in there, and now the candle never burns, never melts.
Now Jeff spends his time at his brick and mortar in Jacksonville called Bonnie Lass Candles, hand carving candles with all different colors and designs.
Those are
Reporting to
beautiful.
Jacksonville, I'm Grace Ritz.
See that? Got a second chance at life from doing something different, and I love those candles. I don't even burn candles. I would probably, like I said, just have them in the house somewhere around because I like the style of it and the way that they look. What do you guys think? Did you guys like the candles? What you guys think? One in Ozarks. The grandma had one. Oh, my grandmother had one of those candles. Hey, Liberty, smart man. Ghost, good mornings, brother. I'll buy one. That story couldn't have had a better ending. It's beautiful. This man is brilliant. I like them. Candles are too dangerous. Yes, but guess what he did? He took out the flame part. He put in an LED so that it looks like a light. And he has a fake wick where it just transfers fake oil and wax on the candle. And it never really burns. That's what he did to the candle to take it to the next level. I think that's very smart. And guess what, you guys? You know we got to show some love to our animals. We got this Pitty over here. I've been watching her for a long time. I don't know if you guys know about her. I don't actually know her name, but I've been watching her the same way we watch Nova because I love American XL Pit Bulls. They're my favorite dog. So anytime I get a chance to check one out, I love to watch them because they have so much energy. They have so much spirit, especially when it comes down to ones like this one here. when you try to tell her to get away from her grandmother, or you tell her grandmother, like, you know, it's enough playing around, she ignores her owner. She is phenomenal. I love this story right here. Check this pity out as she gives the mom the side eye when she's with her grandma. You guys probably heard of her before.
I definitely think that Zoe prefers grandma over me. Just kind of like I'm interrupting their little party. She has a bombastic side eye for sure. She refuses to walk whenever I take her outside. Come on, princess. Let's go. Every day. Zoe, let's go. Zoe is so stubborn. I mean, I really can't make this up. Zoe. Okay. She's now gonna act like she can't see me. Zoe, you don't want to go for a walk? You don't want to go for no? Okay. She's done really good on the walk though. But when
Now look how she is when she walked with her grandmother.
Zoe is with her grandma, she's a completely different dog.
When I'm around, she is an absolute angel. She listens.
Zoe, you know. If I try to call Zoe away when she's with grandma, she will just ignore me. This is not your room. You're not sleeping. You're not sleeping in here. You're coming to bed with me. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, you ready to see grandma? You ready to see grandma? Hey, baby. Yeah. That is Zoe's favorite person in the world. I know it. I don't take it personal. Okay, so we get it. We get it. We get you love grandma. But y'all, you see this? Of course she has Zoe on her hand and Zoe on her lap. It's just
She does have a child, but on her bracelet, she has a picture of the dog, Zoe.
something special about her presence and the way she looks at me.
She is sassy, she is fun, but she's also so loving.
Yeah, so that's Zoe. I feel sorry for the person that lost their baby and you know, you lost your baby of 13 years that you had. I just want to tell you guys, I feel the same way about animals myself. We are about to start doing, we've been promising, so yes, we're about to start doing some fostering ourselves. The person that lost their dog, I know it's really rough right now, and I know it's probably a tragic time because that's your family member right now. There's no other loyalty. You let them see you naked. They don't talk no crap about you. They don't never try to steal nothing because they ain't got no pockets. They're always there for you through the good, the bad. You always look around and they're right there for you. Probably sleeping or doing something or whatever. But that's why I always tell you guys, you got to love your animals. Always cherish all of the time that you get with them. And if you can in your heart, I know it's hard because I had to do this myself. If you can foster or save another animal or maybe a puppy, that would be even better, because think about that one animal that's actually waiting for you, that's sitting inside of that, you know, shelter, that's a kill shelter, that's possibly on his like 5th or 6th month. Think about that dog right there, that you would be changing his life so much by just stepping up and coming to get him. Just looking up at the cage right now like at you, like, for real? You're really coming to get me? So that's why I had to even say to myself, yes, I've lost many pets, but I have to still have the love and the understanding of there's still more room for more of them. So yes, I think that anyone that lost a pet, you should probably consider getting another one or fostering and doing as much as you can, because guess what? There's not a lot of people like you that love animals. So we need as much as we can get. That's another reason why I'm saying that. And if you guys are trying to make some money, woo, y'all gonna make some real good money with the surveys today, because we've got up to $620 worth of, I think it's actually $800 worth of surveys in the descriptions today. That's right. You guys go check out the link in the description today, fill out a survey, you'll make some money and I'll make some money too. Also, You guys know this is our bottom line where we keep it on top, we keep it on point, keep it on subject. And you know all the time we try to make sure that we get content from where you are. Trending topics, current events, and we keep it going, you guys. If you're trying to promote your business, you know what I'm trying to help you guys? Trying to help you promote your business to our over 61,000 subscribers. We're on our way to 70, you guys. And yes, we're our bottom line platform we share with everybody. So if you trying to promote your business, I don't know why you don't send over your promos to us. But you got to send over your promos in a 1080 by 1080 size frame in order for them to fit in the post notification area. It's not me, it's YouTube. Even when I make posts for the post area on YouTube, I got to put them in 1080 by 1080 for them to fit. I tried all the other ways and it just doesn't line up right. And words will get blocked off and missing. And it just doesn't work out the right way when you do it like that. So please, if you guys want to get some promo going and you're trying to get your business out there, I'm telling you it's 1080 by 1080. Also, the email address is bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's bridgethisllc@gmail.com. And yes, it tastes better than cut water. Don't know why y'all still drinking that crap, but I'm going to just tell you, stop drinking that cut water and go get some Big Drip. These are the guys that created the Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search that we're doing in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island, right? Where you can show us your talent, and if you win, boom, $250. That's right, you could win $250 in all 5 boroughs. And we've opened it up to the internet now where you can go live. If you want to show us your talent and you come to one of our locations, yes, you can do it right in front of us. But also, if you're in another state, you're in another country and you want to show your talent, that's right. You press that button right there to go live. We'll punch you in. And if you're good and you got the talent, boom, you'll win $250. We're looking for 5 different winners: Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. Once we get all 5 people, even if it's one person off the internet, we bring everybody together and one winner will walk away with $1,000, you guys. That's the Show Your Talent search, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch and your boy BOOGOTTINYC. I will be the host of said event and sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch and my DJ, DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. Thank you so much, Miss Swanza, for the $9.99 super chat. We appreciate all the love that you guys give us here. This month's super chats will be getting donated to the fire victims down in, I believe that was Los Angeles. So yes, we will be reporting on that and letting you guys know what's going on with that GoFundMe as well. So we thank you guys for all the support, everything that you guys are showing us today, and the way that you always show up. It's Monday, my favorite day of the week. Time to get to work. They gotta pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. That's right, you guys. No more talking about, oh, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. It's over. This is my favorite day of the week. Y'all know I love Monday. But for it to be a Monday and people have to get back to work, oh, even better for me. Y'all think I'm crazy, don't you? Wait a minute, the holiday over. No, I'm not about that. I'm about work. I'm about business, I'm about progress, and I'm about moving forward. We got businesses to run out here, you guys. We got buildings to take care of. We got liquors to push. We can't be hanging around vacationing. We got to get to the business, and we got to get to those prayers. So without any further ado, I want to send my people out of here with some coverage. I want to make sure that you prayed for. I want to make sure that you understand that we're praying for health right now. Good spirits, as well as good energy and positive vibrations for ourselves, as well as our family. So who we praying for real quick? Tiffany. I see Audrey in the building. We got Jay Cricket up here as well. Rebecca Lanyen Bueno. I hope you're here feeling fantastic in your health right now. Tiffany, how you doing? Who's that? Sam Champion. God bless, brother. How you doing? Rebecca Lanyen Bueno. Liberty and justice. Thank you so much. Sam Champion, congratulations, buddy. Jay Wood, I see you up in here. Who else we got in the building? Who's that? Adrian GS. S1, Jay Cricket. We got V. I see Jay Wood and Liberty. Frank up in here. Sam Champion with Miss Swanza, Batty Lynn, Zachary, Christian. Okay, the real one. Sia Barnes, Liberty and Justice, Rebecca Lanyen Bueno. Want you guys to know There's no me without you, and I appreciate you guys. I want you guys to have a safe and fantastic Monday so I can see you tomorrow, Tuesday, early morning, 6 o'clock. With that being said, it's your boy BOOGOTTINYC, and y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came here today, woo, I'm going to tell you straight up and down, it wasn't easy because I can't see myself. I'm getting used to it, and I'm doing it all for you guys just to make sure that we get that text to stay in the right place. We will be starting up a spotlight. Spotlight's going to probably be me just sitting down talking about one topic. So start looking for 6 o'clock shows. Start looking for more in-depth content. And yes, we about to go hit the streets and do some interviews about many things, as well as some one-on-one interviews. That's why that hit me in the head, because I know that we're doing some one-on-one interviews as well. With that being said, it's Monday, you guys. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys at 6 o'clock in the morning. You could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow morning at 6, get 'em. Peace.